Good evening, I'm Samachar and these are the headlines of the hour. Corruption watchdog CIAA files cases against 19 individuals, including former chairperson duo of NTA, for their alleged involvement in irregularities in the procurement of MDMS. Government makes an irresponsible decision to issue labour permits for Russia at a time when Nepali nationals there have been making pleas to rescue them. The Delhi High Court rejects a PIL seeking the removal of Arvind Kejriwal from the post of Chief Minister of Delhi. Delhi District Court extends the ED custody by 4 more days. And Lumini Province's Sushma Tamang advances into the semi-finals of the Bir Ganesh Man Singh National Boxing Tournament. Karnali Province's Ashmita Duwal also reaches the last 4. The Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority (CIAA) has filed case against 19 individuals and 2 companies for their alleged involvement in irregularities in the procurement of Mobile Device Management System (MDMS). The CIAA has claimed damage worth 919,830,882 rupees that had incurred during the procurement process. The CIAA filed the case at the special court today against 19 individuals, including former chairperson duo of Nepal Telecommunications Authority, Digambar Jha and Purushottam Khanal. Likewise, the list of defendants include Senior Director of NTA, Anandaraj Khanal, Deputy Directors Min Prasad Aryal and Binod Chand Shrestha. The authority has filed case against Director Dipesh Acharya, Vice Director Surendra Lal Hara and Assistant Director Revati Ram Pantha as well. The corruption watchdog has filed charge sheet against Assistant Directors of NTA Sandeep Adhikari and Surya Prasad Lamichhane, Deputy Director Achyut Nanda Mishra, Assistant Director Vijay Kumar Rai Yadav, Pratiksha Paudil and Nirajan Koirala for their alleged involvement in the irregularity. The authority has blamed the officials of NTA and consultant Numera JV of making illegal monetary gains during the procurement of MDMS, while the government and the authority incurred loss. The anti-graft body has demanded that the accused be sent to prison and 232,059,314 rupees be charged as penalty for the amount spent by the defendants. At a time when Nepali nationals who had joined the Russian army have been making pleas to rescue them, the government has decided to issue labour permits for Russia. Meanwhile, the decision has drawn widespread criticisms. The government must be responsible for the safety of its citizens in foreign countries. However, the authority has not been able to rescue those who have been recruited in the Russian army. On the contrary, the government has decided to issue labour permits for Russia against its own policy. The International Relations Committee of the Parliament has expressed concern in this regard and has decided to investigate the matter. The committee had geared up to summon the Minister for Foreign Affairs to hold discussions in this regard. The government has decided to issue labour permits and send Nepali migrant workers to a company in Russia. Experts meanwhile term the government's decision a mistake and say that it must be withdrawn. Top political leaders have been urged on several occasions to rescue Nepali nationals stranded in the war-torn country, Russia. Meanwhile, the government's bilateral efforts has failed as Russia has disregarded calls to repatriate Nepali nationals that had joined the Russian army. Those who have escaped and returned home say that Russia is a war zone and that migrant workers must not be sent there. Government data show that 21 Nepali nationals who had joined the Russian army have already been killed, while the number is speculated to be much higher. Rajendra Dahal of Udaipur had escaped from the Russian army and returned home. Speaking to Kantipur television a few weeks ago, Dahal had said that he had joined the army with hopes of a better life. Russian authorities have disregarded diplomatic efforts made by Nepal government to repatriate Nepali nationals. Meanwhile, the authorities back home do not have data on the number of Nepalese in the Russian army. Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal, upon his arrival from a foreign visit 2 months ago, had said that the government alone could not rescue the Nepali nationals in the Russian army and that further recruitment should be prevented. A number of Nepalese in the army had called the Indian government to rescue them. In the meantime, the Russian authorities have denied from making public the number of Nepali nationals, those injured and their condition. The government's decision of providing labor permits for Russia is dubious at a time when those who have returned home say that Russia is not an ideal labor destination at the moment. The Department of Labor had stopped providing labor permits for Russia from 4th of January, citing possible risk. The Russia-Ukraine war has continued. However, the government has shown haste in issuing the labor permit. Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Before that, let's take a look at the result from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked, what do you term the Ministry of Education postponing the President Educational Reform Program? 53% voted for A, effort to curb abuse, 21% for B, ineffective program, and 26% for C, decision without study. Here's today's question. Why has the government that failed to repatriate its citizens decided to provide labor permit to go to Russia? Your options are A, wrong decision, B, pressure from middlemen, and C, playing with the lives of citizens. Voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. This year's Secondary Education Examination SEE has begun today. The SEE began at 8 a.m. with the examination of compulsory English. It has been learned that a total of 504,414 students of 10,806 schools are appearing at the SEE examination, which is being held under new curriculum this year. Meanwhile, 23 Nepali students from a school in Japan are also appearing in the examination this time around. The SEE examination will be held at 2,064 centers across the country with 77,000 human resources deployed. Students are appearing for the examination of a total of 20 subjects. In this context, in our Public Voice segment, today we have asked students in several provinces who are appearing the Secondary Education Examination SEE regarding things they should focus on during the examination. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
गरेकोहरूलाई टिक गर्यो भने पछि छोडेकोहरूलाई अब कन्फ्युज हुन्न अनि त्यो क्वेशन पनि दोहोरिन्न
सरहरूले भनेको मान्ने अगाडि पछाडी नफर्किने घरमा आफूले जति प्र्याक्टिस गरेको छ त्यति गर्ने टाइममा गर्ने
विद्यार्थीहरू चाहिँ धेरै हल्ला गर्न थाल्छ जुन चाहिँ सोच्नमा पनि अनि कुनै क्वेशन सोच्नमा पनि गाह्रो हुन्छ कि यति हल्ला हुँदैमा कसरी चाहिँ सोच्ने अनि लेख्ने
जो आए पनि आफ्नै लेख्नु पर्छ के अरूमा त्यति ध्यान दिनु पर्दैन
मेन कुरा चाहिँ आफ्नो सिम्बल नम्बर चाहिँ बिगाड्नु भएन अनि त्यसपछि भनेको आफ्नो पेनको इङ्क हुन्छ नि त्यो पनि एक्सचेन्ज हुनु भएन
आफूले जाने कुरा लेख्ने सम्झेर लेख्ने बिर्सिनु भएन अलि सम्झिन अलि टाइम लाग्छ हैन
क्वेशन पहिला राम्ररी पढ्ने अनि आफूले आउन जति पहिला अगाडि गर्ने
सर र हेर्ने मेन पोइन्ट मात्र सर टिप्ने अनि क्वेशनको हामीले की पोइन्ट खोजेर त्यही की पोइन्ट हामीले पोएम एसेमा खोजेर आन्सर भर्ने
नातिने अनि आफूले जुन क्वेशन चाहिँ कन्फिडेन्ट लाग्छ त्यो पहिला गर्ने अनि अरूको एक्जाम हलमा अरूको कुरा सुन्नु भन्दा पनि आफूलाई जे विश्वास लाग्छ त्यही लेख्ने
प्रश्नको ओरिएन्टेड भएर चाहिँ आन्सर दिनु पर्यो अनि अलि घोकेको भन्दा प्र्याक्टिकल भएर चाहिँ आन्सर दिनुपर्ने रहेछ
पहिला सुरु चाहिँ अनुशासनमा बस्नुपर्छ हामीले चिटहरू लानु हुँदैन
राम्रोसँग क्वेशन बुझ्नु पर्यो त्यसको लागि हामीले दोहोऱ्याएर पनि क्वेशनहरु एकचोटी पेपरमा सर र एकचोटी हेर्नु पर्यो
होला नगर्ने अनुशासनमा बस्ने
प्रश्नपत्र राम्रोसँग सुरुदेखि अन्तिमसम्म हेर्नु पर्यो त्यसपछि आफूले जुन कन्फिडेन्स छ जानेको त्यो सुरुमा गर्नु पर्यो
कति वर्ष भइसक्यो हामीले एक्जाम दिँदै आएको यहाँ पनि त्यो नर्मली एक्जाम हो त्यसो धेरै नर्भस हुनु भएन
विद्यार्थीले चाहिँ परीक्षाको लागि अगाडि नै पूर्ण तयारी गर्नु पर्यो
Time now for international update. The Delhi High Court rejected a PAIL seeking the removal of Arvind Kejriwal from the post of Chief Minister of Delhi after his arrest by the Enforcement Directorate in a money laundering case linked to the now scrapped Delhi excise policy. During the hearing, the court asked petitioner Surjit Singh Yadav's counsel to show the legal bar on the continuation of Kejriwal as the Chief Minister. Meanwhile, Delhi District Court has extended the ED custody of Chief Minister Kejriwal for a further 4 days till 1st of April. Kejriwal was arrested earlier this month after the Delhi High Court refused to intervene. Hours later, a team of ED officials raided the Aam Aadmi Party leader's residence and took him into custody. He moved the Supreme Court for relief but quickly withdrew the plea. His legal team argued that precedent was against the Delhi Chief Minister. Kejriwal was then sent to ED custody for a week, which was to expire today but eventually extended for 4 more days. Time now for another short break. We'll be right back. Time now for sports update.
Sports news.
Lumbini province's Sushma Tamang and Karnali province's Ashmita Dual have advanced into the semi-finals of the Bir Ganesh Man Singh National Boxing Tournament. In the women's 50 kg weight category event held at the covered hall in the premises of the National Sports Council in Tripureshwar today, Sushma defeated Madhya Province's Manisha Rai to book a spot in the semis. Likewise, Asmita brushed aside Sanju Maya Thing of Armed Police Force to reach the last 4. Gandaki Province's Sonia Bodwal defeated Sudur Paschim's Nirmala Aire in the women's 54 kg weight category. Tribhuvan Army's Lalu Maya Khatri advanced into the last 4, defeating Nangja Buda Mogar of APF. In the 57 kg weight category, Lumbini's Lalita Bosnet overpowered Gandaki's Diksha Rai. Koshi Province's Narika Rai also booked a spot in the semi-finals. Likewise, in the 60 kg weight category, Bagmati's Natisha Rana Mogar defeated Karnali's Tulasi Bhandari, while APF's Sangita Sunar took care of Lakshmi Gharti of Nepal Police. In the 66 category, Sudur Paschim's Sanjita Chaudhary brushed aside Bagmati's Trishna Gurung. APF's Binita Thapa also reached the semi-finals, defeating Koshi's Numa Sawadin. In the 75 kg weight category, Lumbini's Junmaya Tharu beat Gandaki's Joshika Shrestha, while Trishna Jabegu also reached the semis. Meanwhile, towards the men's side, Lumbini's Anil Kumar Pun, Sudur Paschim's Bharat Chand, Tribhuvan Army's Dan Bahadur Dalami, Karnali's Manoj Tamang and Bagmati's Pasang Sherpa advanced into the semi-finals. Likewise, Gandaki's Tarzan Gharti Mogar, APF's Robin Nepal, Gandaki's Sunil Shrestha, Tribhuvan Army's Mahendra Kesi and Pawan Mokhtan all booked their spot in the semis. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.